Yes.
Okay.
CEO report.
Okay. Two or three things there. One of them is last Friday, Lisa and I met with the chairman of the Roger E. Marks Foundation and with Gary Marks, who was representing the family, and we came up with a list of 15 additional people that we are going to invite to serve on the committee. We've had a couple of resignations from that, and a couple of other people that are unsure, but we think that the committee needs to be significantly larger. So we got 15 people, and we'll ask them to serve as board members. If they're unwilling to serve as board members, we're also talking about an advisory committee that would make recommendations to the board. So we've scheduled another meeting for January the 12th, I believe it is, to consider the people that we've invited to serve on that board, because we think that, quite frankly, we think that that's really the best way that we're going to be able to fund our capital items is through donations.
I can tell you one of the smart things I think the Moncrief Institute's done. Out of the 13 counties that they provide services to, every county has a certain number of people that are on their steering committee. Mm-hmm. We don't really do anything, but they have us over quarterly to do different things. And then it is our responsibility as the steering committee to bring that information back to Somervell County or Hood County or Johnson County, wherever you live. And I think it's been wise on their part to have that many boots on the ground, because if I can't make the meeting, there's still a couple of people from Somervell County going. If they only had one representative from each of the 13 counties and something happens, you forget to go or whatever the scenario is, you only got a half dozen people there, you ain't going to get much accomplished. But I agree. I think we need a pop of people in there.
And we've tried to I guess invite people from different segments of the community. From different businesses that are represented. For instance, real estate. We've got a real estate person that we've invited. So the other thing which the committee has asked Lisa to do is at Fredericksburg has it's kind of a unique community. They're not a hospital district. They are supported entirely by their non-revenue, their non-operating revenue comes strictly through donations, through philanthropy, and they've done an excellent job with that. I went down and visited with them about a year ago, and the board has asked Lisa to go down, spend some time with their director of development. How they do it? They basically have 2 letter writing drives a year, and then every other year they have a big event, and they raise over $1 million a year with her. So the board's asked her to go down and get some information from them, and that's kind of the model that we'd like for our foundation to eventually look like. But it's been our goal to get it reorganized, and just want to give Lisa confidence. Lisa, she's doing a very good job, of getting that up and going again. We hope.
Do you have any idea how many of those people, 15, live in Somervell County?
All of them live, with the exception of, I believe there's 2 representatives from Wacan that we've invited to serve on. The rest of them, to my knowledge, well, with the exception of Jesse Pruitt, who lives in Dallas but is a native of here, and he's the current chairman. But to my knowledge, all the rest of them live in Somervell County, because that was our goal, was to get representation from here.
Is it, just to ask you a question, it's something I've stuck in the back of my mind from way back. Did not Jesse Pruitt, or was he not the one who really got that started with the Roger Marks Foundation, or is that, or am I not?
Probably he and Gary, I would say, yeah, because the first I don't know how long it's been in existence. The first big event that they had is they had a polo game some 10 years ago or so. And that was kind of the kickoff on it, but I don't know how far. I should know, but I don't know how far back it was.
I was thinking that Jesse was the one that started that.
He's been very active in it.
It really irritated me greatly. I know this has really nothing to do with what we're doing here tonight, but it really irritated me when I started hearing people saying, Marks Foundation, Gary Marks is the administrator of the hospital. What's going on? What, money under the table and all this kind of stuff. When I thought that Jesse was the one that started, and I understand why anybody who is a native of this community or been here for a long time, knows how important Dr. Roger Marks was and what he did. He was at every football game, make sure if players were hurt, he was out there on the field. He was my, family doctor and all this stuff. And besides, it wasn't the Marks family that started this. I really think it was Jesse asking. So I'm just get off my soapbox.
But let me say this: the Marks family are are annual contributors to the Marks Foundation. And I think it's important for y'all to know that.
Sure.
And part of the purpose of the Marks Foundation is to give to the hospital.
That's right. That is.
So that's its purpose.
That
So
is.
that's what it does.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, it irritated me when I was aware of people, making suggestions that something was awry. That's baloney.